Now then, of course, here we are on New Year's Eve, and there are so many goodies and treats around this time of year. You can end up nibbling all day. Now, snacking between meals, even though your mum and teachers probably told you never to do that, well, dentists are backing up what they said and warning that snacking is probably the worst possible thing you can do for your teeth. With our New Year nibbles on the way, let's chat to dentist Dr. Deepak about our oral hygiene. Thank you so much for being with us, Dr. Deepak. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, good to speak.
Now listen, eating and drinking are such a big part of Christmas, New Year, the festive period, Twixmas. Are you spoiling our fun with these warnings?
No, look, contrary to popular belief, we're dentists, we're not the Grinch. We're here to say have those chocolates, have the sweet foods. The goal really is to keep you out of the dentist chair during this festive period. What we're finding is snacking is what's causing that damage, those cavities, those loose fillings to come out. So, look, the one take on a message, we would think, have your sweet foods, have your fun stuff, but please have them in one sitting.
Makes perfect sense, really. And what would you say are, if we're going to be nibbling and snacking as we have been, are the worst treats for our teeth, the things that we should, but as you said, not avoid necessarily, but moderate a little bit?
Yeah, look, I mean, even here at Toothfairy, the biggest kind of spike in dental emergencies we see are lost fillings. And typically those are due to toffees and fudges. They're kind of pulling all those kind of metal fillings out. And obviously we're seeing a lot of these mulled wines, absolutely great, but sugar and obviously the acidity, and then the triple threat in the fact that it's also warm, that's going to cause a lot of havoc, a lot of acidic damage to the teeth as well. So those are kind of the festive foods that's kind of on the table this New Year's, and what probably cause a lot more problems.
Cracked teeth as well, if you're nibbling on the nuts or those really hard-boiled sweets, that's always a particular issue, isn't it?
Exactly. So I think it's the quality street as well. You have the yellow wrapped ones, and then you have the ones with the nuts within that you're not expecting. You bite on those, and then obviously cracked teeth. So especially those teeth that are heavily filled, those that haven't been crowned, and those with big fillings within, they're going to be quite prone to getting cracked this period.
Do you think, Dr. Deepak, we've become more health conscious as a society and a nation? I think, generally speaking, we are very well aware of the benefits of exercise and self-love to a certain extent. But where does this work in terms of our teeth? Is this the chatter going the right way, or is it still something we don't really think about as much as we should?
No, it's definitely going the right way. We're seeing it. I was in a supermarket the other day, and I saw some nice Percy pigs, and it was talking about using natural sugars. So even like the old school sugars are being substituted with more natural flavorings, and everything is becoming more health conscious, which is absolutely great, because you can have the fun stuff. It's just got to be part of a balanced diet, and that's the key thing here. Everything has to have that balance.
So we're talking about the festive foods and the foods over New Year that we should be eating. What's on your nice list then? I'm thinking there's probably quite a few vegetables and certain meats as well, potentially.
Exactly. So crunching vegetables, the carrots, the celery, they're great. They're acting like natural toothbrushes. And then you've got the lean meats, the turkeys. They're going to help repair enamel. They're great. They've got that kind of good texture. They're not going to really cause much damage. Nuts are great, as we said, low in sugar. Nice amount of calcium with them as well. You just got to chew them gently. So there's lots of good stuff. And obviously water. Keeping hydrated throughout this period is obviously very, very important.
Yeah. And cheese?
Of course, cheese. There must be some theories, reason why cheese has been sitting next to those wine boards for so long. Cheese is great. It kind of combats any acidic kind of foods and drinks that are kind of floating around. It's kind of dentist secret weapon, really. So, look, having a piece of cheese, it can neutralize a large amount of the damage that's happening within the mouth.
You've literally made my New Year's Eve by telling me that. I can't deal without cheese, quite frankly. That's wonderful. Now, we're looking at other habits as well. This is interesting. Things like the way that we use our teeth, you think eating, but actually things like biting off sellotape. I do this, Dr. Deepak. If I haven't got scissors to hand, I'm going to have a nibble on it and pull it away. And you can feel the stress on your teeth, but that's potentially quite worrying, quite dangerous, isn't it?
Definitely. So anything that causes your teeth to do that pincer motion is quite dangerous. So, like you said, opening some sellotape, champagne season now, so opening corks with your mouth, bottles, absolute no-no. You could be cooking, you could have family over, and you're trying to open that packet of gravy with your teeth. You've got to stay away from those things. So teeth are not tools. Try and save that enamel, because nothing's worse than trying to take photos and you've got big chip on your tooth, it's just not going to start the new year in the right way.
No, and can be potentially painful and expensive at the same time. And let's move then on to, we are going to be nibbling, and just in general life, actually going forward to the new year. This could be a New Year's resolution for everybody, which is cleaning their teeth properly. Okay, and I think it's important, isn't it? Because Dr. Deepak, what I remember was I think it was my old French teacher. For some reason, we were on a school trip, and it was showing me the circular motion to use on teeth, and I remember that from, I don't know how old I was. Are those still the correct rules? Have things changed since then? Is there a way that we can think of that easily to be looking after our teeth and save us potentially any pain or potential bills?
Exactly. So look, the circular motion that you're doing as you brush your teeth is incredibly important. So brushing your teeth with a circular motion, it's really well proven. A lot of scientific evidence behind that. So we'd definitely say do so. That gets in between the crevices of the teeth, that cleans the gum line very well. So yeah, look, I think that's a definite take-home message. And if you're not doing that for the new year, definitely put that into your bathroom technique.
Well, it makes perfect sense, and I would like to thank you very much for not stopping us from eating all the things that we want to, but just being mindful about them as well. Now, look, you are a dentist. It's New Year's Eve for you. Surely you're going to have a bit of a snack tonight, aren't you?
Definitely so. I mean, even dentists are allowed some time off, so it's it's definitely one for us to enjoy as well. And I'm sure it's this festive period it's allowed people to have a bit of relaxation. It's been an interesting year for sure. So it's great to have that brimming.
Sure is. Wish you all the best. Of course, you have the tools to fix your own teeth and everybody else's. Dr. Deepak Arlek, thank you so much for your time. Happy New Year, and speak to you again soon. Thank you.
Happy New Year. Thanks so much.